The Coffee Club we hoist. Welcome to the Coffee Club. We hoist our cups and then glug glug. A finer group of friends you will not meet.
Friday morning, the 29th of March with Coffee Club. And you might notice there's a little different look in the background there. Usually Haley's sitting back there. We got Amy sitting in for Haley today. She said she wants her spot back next week, so just so you know.
Haley wants her spot back next week. That's fair.
Okay, so you're here for just today. Okay.
I mean, somebody's got to try to keep you guys together here while she's gone.
We got Amy Vigil is joining us here in studio. We have a pretty good cast here actually today. If you want to watch it online, you can do so on our Facebook page. You can find us on YouTube. So please go check that out. Jesse, Josh, Amy here. We got Gus over here. We got Joe, and we got Derek.
How you doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
So we're ready for a fun show here today. Talking with Joe Vitrosky first about the summer offerings for football. Man, you got some pretty cool things coming up, don't you?
Yeah, it's exciting. You get to the end of the school year, which is crazy that it's wrapping up here soon, and it's been a great school year. And so when we get to that time, we always get excited about the summer. The summer's a big time for the kids. There's a lot going on in McCook and the community. And so for us as a football program, we just want to be a part of that. And, you know, there's a couple things for sure that we do in the summer to be a part of the kids. And, you know, just a chance for them to come hang out with us, hang out with our program, our kids. And the first one being our youth camp, which is going to be June 3rd through the 6th. You know, we've been holding that camp for a long time, and really excited to do that again this summer. We pony it up with our older kids in the morning with our own team camp, and then after that we start at 10:30 and go till noon, and it's 2nd through 8th grade. And you know, the reason we do that, other than working with our own players, but it's really neat to get our high school kids out there working with the youth kids. And as much as they, I always use the sarcasm, as much as they sign up to come hang out with me or the other coaches, which is awesome, that's what we want to do. They come out there to hang out with the high school kids that they see on Friday nights and see throughout the community and get to kind of put a name to a face, because in the football realm, they're wearing all that gear all the time. They know the names, but to be out there in a camp setting hanging out with them is pretty neat.
You know, this has its roots back in the Corn Belt Chemical Football League. I mean, anybody in here play in that? I did.
Oh,
I did?
yeah.
Okay. So way back when. But what I love about it is you getting those high school, kids in with it too. There's just something about when you are teaching the fundamentals, you understand them better.
I would agree with you, Jesse. I think I've had a number of people over the years, because we, been here a while and, running our youth camps in McCook Football League. That's something that parents from outside communities that come in, because we have kids that come in from the surrounding area, which is awesome. We open it up not just to our own kids, but it's funny, we'll have conversations like, man, your high school kids are out there coaching this and running teams and know the plays, and
it's competitive for them too. It
is, and a lot of excitement, and as us adults talking about it, we'll be like, it really benefits us when we get to August, because it's one thing to play it, it's another to coach it and teach it. And so our kids just have a little bit more of an edge when we come to August, because they kind of know the whole picture. And like you said, at the end of the day, it's fun, it's exciting, the kids really get into it. Even us older coaches coach teams in the league in July, and it's been a staple for a long time, and just really pleased and blessed how we've been able to continue it, and just looking forward to doing that again this summer.
Do you kind of think that it also helps with like team bonding?
Oh, 100%. Like I said, with our youth camp, most all the kids stick around afterwards unless they have jobs. So it's just more time together. It's more time with the younger kids, and then you get into our football league in July. Then it becomes more of a competitive setting where we're drafting and we got teams and we're going against each other. There's a little bit of trash talking, obviously.
So that's the MFL one?
Yeah, that's the one in July that will run again for 5th through 8th graders, and that's put all the gear on and play games and play at Weiland Field, which makes it just even more that special. And I would agree with you that just more time together, you just keep building those bonds, those relationships. And I think it's really neat. We just had our spring football meetings the other day, which just kind of gets us ready for the summer and everything. As being the head coach, it's nice to walk into that first freshman meeting and you pretty well know everybody. You know the parents, you know the kids by their names, and that's a big deal. And it's on purpose. It's not by accident, and it's neat to. You just hope when the kids get to high school and they get in the big leagues, then it's like, hey, we kind of know who these people are.
We've done the work. Let's go.
Yeah, now it's just another step up, and these guys aren't scary people. We know who they are. Not that we're that we are, but yeah, it's just kind of this twofold thing that comes in the end, and we're just looking forward to doing it again this summer.
McCook Bison Championship Youth Football Camp. That's the red Flyers. You can pick these up. We'll tell you where in a second. The yellow Flyers is the McCook Football League. One in June, one in July. We got a bunch of these entry forms here at the studios.
Yeah, we do here at the studio, and at all the schools in McCook. We make sure to get those out there. The sports shop, McCook lettering, and then I think it's also important. It's very important to bring up that. We can't do these things alone. We got a lot of people behind the scenes that are supporting us. And so specifically for our youth camp, every kid that signs up for youth camp not only gets 4 days of camp with us, the players and all of those things, but they get a cool ball, and which is kind of a unique thing with our youth camp. And those footballs are pretty awesome, and they're not free. Nothing's free. And so we really appreciate our sponsors like Acme Printing and MNB for sponsoring those footballs. Every year the kids just really look forward to getting those. And then when we get to McCook Football League in July, McCook Clinic PC is our main sponsor. And so we just really want to make sure I bring to light that there's a lot of people that support us, among many others, and just wanted to make sure I notice those people and those organizations to really help us and keep this thing going.
Well, if folks want to get a hold of you, you got a phone number too?
Yep, 737-1748. Like we said, we got brochures out in a number of places, all the schools in McCook, here at the station at Coyote Country, and sports shop, McCook lettering. Then, like I said, you can always call me and we'll find a way to get you a brochure. We've really pump it out on social media as well. We've had a number of people just print them off and fill them out. Any way we can get your child to camp or multiple kids. We got a span of multiple grades, so 2 or 3 kids in a family. We'd love to get them all to camp.
Thanks for you and your team making that happen. It's going to be a good time this summer. Well, Amy, traditionally this seat gets to launch the weekend poll, so I guess you get to do that if you want.
All right. So the first one is, which is scarier, deep space or deep ocean?
All right, Derek, what do you think?
So everyone knows what's about to be said here. So my last name is Sailors. I have very nautical tattoos, and I am terrified of the water. So it is deep ocean.
Really?
I don't like. I like being above the water and like going above it, but if it goes above my neck, I'm not a.
Can you swim?
No.
Okay. All right.
Not well.
Floaties?
Floaties? If I have floaties, yeah.
Yeah.
2 floaties, 2 koozies, I'm good.
The koozies as the floaties.
Exactly.
Ankle floaties.
Yeah. No, I can't swim.
How about you, Joe?
I would have to say, thinking about this one, it's kind of you think the ocean eventually has an ending. There's a bottom of the ocean. The space, to me, just the never-ending thought of just.
Yeah.
That's deep.
That's the deep space.
That's
like
deep.
where are we going, and
That
when's it
hit
ever
my
going to?
soul, man.
Yeah. So
I saw a meme yesterday that like 300 trillion miles away, they found lights what looks like lights on a planet. And the guy that was watching, he goes, what's the cost of living there? All right, Gus, how about you? What say you? Which is scarier?
I would say the deep ocean, just because I'm never going to go to space. There might be a time I go to the ocean. I don't know what's down there.
Yeah. Josh, how about you?
You know, I think at some point you can actually see like in the ocean. So if you go and you snorkel, you can see like, oh, pretty starfish, whatever. But Cambridge Lake has got some pretty murky water. And there's been a couple times where I've been swimming in there and then something's brushed my leg and I did the whole like, oh, somebody touched me.
They have a Loch Ness monster.
Right.
At Cambridge?
Yeah.
And so, I'm with him. Like, so I'm not going to go to I'll let SpaceX take care of how.
I've heard the
Big the deep.
rumors of some of our area lakes actually having man-sized catfish.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. Grandpa Bud always tell us about Trenton Lake would have the man-sized catfish right by the dam.
Yeah.
And then there was a bunch of scuba divers, wasn't it? 2 scuba divers went down and they said that they would never swim down there again.
Yeah.
And so we never got off of off the boat or.
Do you have any like creepy little music?
Oh, yeah.
The Jaws. The Jaws.
But yeah, I do. I'm a big fan of the Meg. And
Have you seen Meg 2 yet? I haven't seen
and the
it.
Kraken.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
so
think there's anything Statham can't do.
right. And so I'm there. I'm deep ocean guy.
Yeah.
Even though deep space does
That's
sound
scarier.
pretty.
Okay.
I just have more of a desire to go to the ocean.
So, Amy, deep space, deep ocean. Which one's scarier?
Deep ocean. I watch Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we kind of have an idea, right?
Of what's
about
down there. Yeah.
The ocean, we don't.
Science.
Yes, for sure.
I like it.
I just, from the vast expanse of it, I got to go deep space. You just don't know what you don't know. And there's so much more area to be out there.
But if it's ever expanding, there's no room for
Yeah.
like if the universe is forever expanding, then there's nothing developed or civilized out in the new space.
Can I unlock a new fear for you? What if at the deep, deep, deep area, there's a black hole in the ocean?
Yeah.
Like a drain?
If you just pulled the plug.
Like divided by 0?
I have nothing. Yeah.
It's just a big spiral.
If they can't make Pluto a planet,
Yeah.
It was, and then they took it away from it. It wasn't
Thanks,
right.
Neil.
Isn't the drain like the Bermuda Triangle, though?
Yes.
I mean,
Oh.
Yes.
and you said something. What was it the other day that you said that we're in the middle of? Is it Antarctica surrounds us, or he's?
Okay. All
you
right.
watched a video or something.
Uh-oh.
So those that are flat earthers, one of their theories is that Antarctica isn't this like round thing. It's something that's all the way around us. And
Oh. Cole
Yeah.
McDonald's a flat earther, by the way.
who?
Colt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a long discussion about it one time. I proved him wrong.
let's
He's
just-
gonna actually hate me. He might show up.
Let's let's put it this way. That's 40 minutes I'll never get back watching that video.
So what's his favorite thing to do when he has those videos that he's like, I can't get my time back? He sends them to me.
Next topic for Coffee Club. What's the most basic thing that you're terrible at? What say you, Joe?
I would have to say that edging the lawn is
Really?
something. Yeah, I bring this up to my kids a lot. You know, there's a lot of things you work at something, you get after it. Mowing the lawn, for some reason, since the test of time, has never been my favorite thing. And so I guess if I probably had a little bit better attitude about it, maybe it'd be better. Yeah, so now everybody's going to drive by and see how horrible it looks. But the skill's gotten better over time. Attitude probably needs to improve on it. But that's, to me, probably something pretty simple and standard for people that struggle at a little.
Derek, what's the most basic thing you're terrible at?
So, like, I don't know if there's any other left-handed people in here, but like, thank you. Yes, you will understand my struggle.
I am Amber Mousius.
Yeah, Amber Mousius. Yeah, so like, it was always hard for me in like grade school, like to do arts and crafts, like cutting construction paper and stuff, because they didn't have any left-handed scissors, which is a thing. And like, so I would always like have a poor performance like on the presentation of it because it looked like crap because of the scissors. And so like arts and crafts for me have always been just not like great.
Yeah.
So like if I have to cut something, like if I'm cutting like sleeves off of a shirt, it hardly ever works like all that well. And yeah, so I would just say like rudimentary like arts and crafts.
All right, Gus, how about you? What's that most basic thing that you're just horrible at?
I'd probably go with like Joe. I'm terrible at lawn care. I just absolutely do not like it.
Yeah.
I'll do it, but
Hashtag
just
them
not-
lines though.
Yeah.
You
Not
want
my
me? I'll
favorite
come over
thing
with
to
my
do.
Toro. I'll do anything.
I think Derek and I speak for this, and Jesse now because I got him turned on to him. These two must not have some 608s.
Y'all need some 608s.
It's required footwear for mowing the lawn, but
Okay.
you can't use the brand new ones.
No.
There's a
Those are
hierarchy
your
of the
weekend-
shoes.
Those are your Arby's shoes or whatever. You gotta get dressed up.
Yeah.
You got to get the New Balance 608s. That's the dad shoe, the mowing shoe.
As a business guy, I use 608 black.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a thing.
whoa! You go stealth mode?
Yeah, yeah.
Dang!
I thought you were scooting back because you had them on
I
today.
did
I was
too.
like,
I thought you were gonna show
let
us
me
all.
see your
Here comes
things.
the visual.
shoes.
So here's the thing. Here's the next frontier of dad shoes, though, because you look at what happened with like the Nike Air Force Ones,
Yeah.
and everyone's like customizing those, and there's like sneaker gearheads or whatever. 608s, like they're gonna start customizing those. And the reason I say that is because I saw a pair of 608s at a sporting goods store the other day that were golf shoes. They were spiked golf shoes,
Nice.
but they were 608s, like full dad mode form.
I love that. That's
It was pretty rock and roll. They were also very expensive compared to the $28 they are. For the 608.
That's the first thing I'm searching when I get out.
Oh,
of
yeah.
here. What is this?
You're gonna see a bunch of
608?
patinaed green.
you haven't tried the
shoes.
608s?
Oh,
had a
Joe.
pair.
It's
Clearly
like
not.
You're going to have to get a.
They're actually the widest shoe you can order.
Yeah.
Like width-wise, you can order like a double E wide
Yeah.
on them, and
Yeah.
you get like size.
once you try it, it's
Yeah.
it's going to be one of your favorite shoes.
It'll
just
change
is.
your life.
Yeah.
Game
Better
changer.
lawn care, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it creates lawn care.
And I tell you what, you'll have an authority about you when you're out there coaching with them.
Oh, I'm taking it to coaching.
Because with those on, you'll lace them up and you'll go out there, and people will respect that. They'll look at how white they are in the sun and go, "We're doing laps today."
Then you'll own a Corvette. You'll be at the car shows. Just
Yeah.
pulling in your lawn chair.
Coach V looking for a shoe sponsor now. Do
Wow.
they have NIL for coaching? Yeah. that'd be good. Amy, what is the most basic thing that you're just terrible at?
Probably matching socks.
Really?
Oh,
However, I'm super OCD. Like socks have to match. Like I cannot stand when somebody does not have matching socks. However, I hate matching them. The struggle's real. And we got 6 people in your house. Like that's a lot of socks.
Right.
When we do the socks at our house, we basically take the whole laundry basket,
And dump it out.
dump it on the
Yes.
bed, and then, basically, mine's simple. I got 3 socks. I got long black, short black, ankle black. So they go in 3 piles.
and they go with the black 608.
But I do. And then for my wife, it's like, my goodness, how many different colors are there? And then so I try to pair them up. I do the best I can. But
I try to like pump the kids up. Like we're gonna have a sock matching party.
Yeah.
how's that
It's
work?
gonna be fun. You know.
They hide.
It's not.
My most basic thing that I'm absolutely terrible at is like opening a package. So like if I'm opening a box of chips or a bag of chips or a box of crackers or anything like that, absolutely terrible. So now I
Is it
just started
because you're like so anxious to get it. Oh, you just got the pause.
just
Whoa! Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt.
Do you think you'd be better at that from all your practice opening the magic cards back in the day?
I know, but that's that was tearing. I mean, I'm like, if I have to open Cheetos or like, I'll open the bag and then I'll look at it and be like, it'll be upside down.
So my son actually got pretty severely injured one time trying to open a pair of scissors that was in that clamshell package,
Right.
And he was using a knife, but when you have to use such a severe tool to be able to get into those, and then it creates nothing but sharp edges.
Were they left-handed scissors?
No.
Ask him.
I will say that, like, when it comes to popsicles, Cordell will go, like, I want a popsicle, and I'll get him one, and then he brings me the scissors, and I'm just like, you're gonna have to take this to your mom, because like with scissors I can't cut because of my left-handedness.
Exactly.
And so they have,
It's
like,
a condition.
he has to take it to his mom to cut a popsicle. That is how lame scissors are.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great exercise in third grade. Take everybody in a small room, make the people that are left-handed try right-handed scissors and figure it out, and take right-handed people in and make them figure it out with left-handed scissors.
Agreed.
So everybody has that understanding of
Yeah,
what it is.
it's just
Yeah.
it's discouraging.
Well, but I think little kids though too, because I have 2 left-handed boys, and I think in school, unless there's a left-handed teacher, they're always trying to support them in writing with their right hand, and they're like, man, like their writing's terrible, and it's like,
Yeah.
have you tried the other hand?
yeah, exactly.
You know, because it's
Exactly.
just not thought of.
And you go to the dry erase board and like you're just erasing while you're drawing.
I saw a thing where you write in the notebook, and as a left-handed, you write in the notebook, and you get that silver on the side,
Yeah.
and then before you know it, you're Silver Surfer.
And you have a lead.
I actually got a left-handed scholarship
Did you?
when I was in college, and I had to write a paper with pencil, so when it would smudge, that's how they knew you were left-handed. I'm serious.
This
I know.
is a left-handed coffee
It
mug
was
too.
it was $3,000 a semester.
This is a special coffee mug. And hey, before you go, I got one more real quick. I know you got to go. What's something that goes with you everywhere you go that's not your phone?
Phone and wallet have to go with me everywhere.
Wallet.
Headphones.
Yeah.
But wallet for sure, because like
Yeah. You got to pay for stuff.
I gotta buy stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta buy
Hey,
stuff.
thanks for being here.
Thank you guys very much. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
See you.
See ya.
Take care.
Very good. Joe, that's the topic for you now. What's something besides your phone that you take everywhere with you?
I would have to say my school keys
Oh, yeah?
are just on me all the time, and it's now become just I don't know what to call it, a sense, like another sense in my body. Like
Yeah.
if I don't have them, it's a fearful thing. So my school keys are with me all the time, and they're separate from my car keys. They're on their own thing, and
But no matter where you go, you might have to go by the school.
open the stadium,
even on
go
the
to
weekend?
go to a different school. Yeah, just open the football shed. It's just all the time.
Yeah.
It's always in my pocket. And if they're not, like I even found myself one time we were going to a coach's clinic, and without even thinking about it, I was sitting in the first session. Why are my school keys in my pocket when I'm in Denver, Colorado? Like it's just part of me.
So you leave the house in the morning, and is it kind of like the Macarena check, where
It is just instantly in there, and for the rest of the day until the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's me with my work keys. Even when we went out to Colorado Springs,
Had them with you?
I had him with me. It is. There's one time I left him on the dresser, and I had to call you to unlock the door.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole day, my day was off. Because you can just feel the imprint in your leg a little.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel an imprint. So I have one of these little Key Smart things.
Okay.
The janitor key.
It's not the janitor. I mean, this thing is phenomenal. Every
Oh, wow.
every key is in its spot, and I can grab it from my pocket, not look at it, and know where the key is. It's been
I
fantastic.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yeah. I got this for Christmas one year. It's been
A
fantastic.
lot of those new wallet companies have them.
Yeah.
He had to farmer rig it too because he had to put a new bolt in.
It's too cheap to buy the actual replacement bolt.
I'd have done the same.
Yeah. That's good. So, Amy, how about you? What's something besides your phone that you take absolutely everywhere you go?
Chapstick.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever finished a chapstick?
Yeah. Multiple.
I've never finished a chapstick. Ever.
I have like 10 just like everywhere as a just in case.
Really?
You never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Darcy has one in each coat and each vehicle. And when we were cleaning out my vehicle, you found this goop. And you're like, what
Oh,
is
I
that?
know.
And it was a melted.
Chapstick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chapstick life is a real.
Yeah. We've had to turn around a few times.
Yeah.
For chapstick. For my wife.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a real thing. For me, something besides my phone that I take everywhere I go is a knife.
Yeah.
I don't feel right if I don't have a knife. So, for example, my wife and I, we went to Nashville for the new year this year. And first thing I did when I got off a plane was look for a place that I could buy a knife, because it's just weird, They should have like rental programs at the airports, where you could rent a knife for 4 days and then bring it back.
Well, they probably do. It's called people that didn't take it out of their pocket the first time.
Exactly. I'm sure they got a whole bin of them, really.
Yeah.
That's what I had to go to a concert once. We went to a concert and they made us go through a metal detector.
Yeah.
And so like we had to, empty our pockets, and I had my knife in there. And so I went to the bathroom and like I put it in the toilet tank because it was my good knife.
So you left it there? You stored it there?
I stored it
And
there.
then you went back
And
there.
then I went back and reached my hand in that
I mean,
water.
that's really impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's smart and creepy at the same time. Really.
But now if you go to those venues, they don't have. they don't have
Imagine
tanks
opening
on
the
it.
tank and seeing like others.
And just assuming that half of them are murder weapons too. Right? So our next topic for Coffee Club today, and it's kind of like our weekend poll. Almost everybody's saying deep ocean. I assume everybody's going to say the same thing when I ask. All condiments wiped from the earth except one. Which condiment do we save? Which one do you think?
Definitely ranch. I save ranch.
Yeah. Gus?
I love all condiments, so I'm having a hard time with this
Yeah.
one.
You want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they like generic condiments or can they be specialized?
Whatever. You can only have one.
Because I thought ranch would be the obvious one.
Yeah.
But then you brought up some barbecue this morning. I just love the Famous Dave's sweet and zesty barbecue sauce. If that was it, that'd probably be.
You dip anything in it.
Got to keep it.
Yeah.
So
You got one now, Gus?
Yeah. I think I'll just stick with the good old ketchup, because then I could just make my barbecue sauce.
You would break the rules, wouldn't you?
Hey.
All right. How about you, Amy?
Probably ranch. I'm really stuck on like a Chipotle mayo right now, though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's really great.
So
So
let's
it's a second.
let's run around the room. What's your favorite ranch?
Max.
Okay.
Max or Runza.
I was gonna say Runza.
Yeah. For me, it would be. It's actually backwards. I love a Max ranch for Runza fries. I do. It's weird. I like a Runza ranch to dip my Max cheeseburger in. So
So
Yeah,
you make two
Max.
stops at
I
lunch?
do. It's happened actually.
I think it's the consistency.
It is.
And so, like, you kind of want, it's like pizza too. Like, I would rather dip my pizza in Runza Ranch. But like for a fry, you don't want it to drip off as much.
Yeah.
So you want that thick stuff.
Yeah. Okay, next topic for Coffee Club. This is a fun one too. What is the first major news story that you remember as a kid? And Joe, we'll let you answer here.
So I was thinking back to the mid to late 90s, because that's when I was as young as I thought I could back then. We were always been big Husker fans. So Dad, and my brother, and and I would have to say the major one that I can remember back was when Frank Solich took over
As head coach.
for Tom Osborne, and just kind of that 97 to 98 or that 2000, that period there, how big of a deal that was, especially for my dad, who had seen, years of Husker football, and then Frank Solich taking over, and just kind of that transition. I don't know, that was just a big thing in our household, and as a young kid didn't realize the magnitude until later on.
So we call it the Frank Solich curse.
Why?
So we've been in a curse ever since we got rid of him.
But now it's been solved, right?
Yes.
With the spring game, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope so. I've got some. I'm drinking the Roulade. I really am.
There's a lot of hope for this team.
Yeah, there is, and I think they're doing a lot of things right. So I'm really excited for it. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Unless Matt Rule decides to do the old AD move?
I don't think so. I don't
either.
expect it. I don't expect
No,
it.
this new AD is one of his friends.
Yeah. So that works out good.
Yeah.
How about you, Gus? What is the first major news story that you remember as a kid?
Well, I was trying to think. Like, I never really paid attention to the news when I was a kid, but one, the obvious is 9/11. And then the other one that just stuck in my brain was the Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky's.
That's exactly what I was going to say was Bill and Monica.
That's the only other one I could think of.
The first major story? It was a blue dress. That's all I remember. So was that yours, Amy?
Well, definitely. I was going to say Bill and Monica.
Yeah.
But also the Tanya Harding and what's her name?
Ice skating.
The
too.
ice skaters.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the figure skaters.
Yeah.
Oh man,
But
that's
Bill and Monica, for sure.
Yeah. That was back in the day. Yeah. Nancy Kerrigan? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy
Yes.
Kerrigan.
there's a lot of rough stuff happening back in the day.
Yeah. How about you, Josh?
97, Princess Diana. Or the and then the other one too. Somebody mentioned last night was the first NASA.
The Challenger explosion?
Yeah, the Challenger.
I was in Mary Doolin's class. She was a fairly new teacher at McCook's East Ward, which is now apartments, you know.
Right.
I had her as a teacher at
Did
East
you?
Ward.
Yeah, she was a fantastic teacher.
Yes.
But she was fairly new, and I'll never forget the day. I mean, I could have taken you to the same classroom. I remember the classroom. I remember the seat I was sitting in, and they wheeled in the. This is back when they had TVs, the big TVs on the big carts. They wheeled it in, plugged it into the wall. We were all watching, and I'll never forget. She looked at us and, I don't think that was supposed to happen. And then the rest of the day, they tried to figure out how to become counselors the rest of the time. And back then we didn't really have a counselor team or anything like you guys do at the house.
Did you know what was going on?
Yeah, I figured it out pretty quickly because we did stuff like that in our backyard. We made things blow up all the time. So we knew it wasn't good. We knew it wasn't right. But that was the story that really stuck with me as a young kid, the first major news story. So last topic before we get to some of the games today is April Fools coming up on Monday. So what's your April Fool's story? Amy, you got to start this.
I don't know that I have a good April Fool's story.
Is there one that ever somebody played on you or you played on them?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I know that Josh and his brother definitely have one.
Yeah, I mean, we gave Mom like the candied birthday cigarettes or cigars
Oh yeah?
or not birthday, but the birth, like saying, "Hey, it's a girl" or "It's a boy."
Oh, okay. When did you do that?
When I was like in college, and then she got mad and she was like, "That better be Darcy's." And I'm like, "Well, that would be a duh moment." But yeah, we pulled that stuff.
How about you guys?
Besides the old classic, now that I got kids, you dropped your pocket or your shoes untied.
Yeah.
I remember one, I got a friend of mine to call the house and leave phone messages on our answering machine. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And when Mom got home, she'd hear the messages, and it was basically saying that they got Josh and Darcy's test results back from...
Yeah, that one was not a cool one.
Yeah.
That was when I was in high school.
I don't think she believed it, but she went along with it, and he got home and had to have the you-know-what talk.
Yeah. That was a part of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And then he walked into the house, and then Mom was just like, "Oh, you are just a nasty." Yeah. As I sat there for 3 hours listening to how dumb I am for making those kind of choices.
Joe, do you got one in April Fool's story? April Fool's coming up on Monday?
Going back to kind of the same time frame, that 5 to 7 years old, and I was thinking about the earlier topic, and then for some reason one year my dad was just on a rampage with April Fools and started in the morning with I was like 7 years old, my brother was 2 years younger than me, so 5, and milk for breakfast, and it was eggnog.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
No.
He's just laughing. Like, it was just horrible. As a young, like,
do you not drink eggnog now?
no.
I don't either.
I just remember it tasted horrible.
It depends on the cereal. That might not be horrible.
And then the very same day, the like it was in the evening, he got some Oreo cookies and put toothpaste in the middle of
between 'em?
in between them.
Yes.
Just vividly remember that day. For whatever reason, he was
These are
out
so
to get
minty.
us that day, and 2 in one day.
So can you eat Oreos now?
Yeah, but I always
Check the
remember
middle.
that.
Check the middle first.
But even a fresh package, he's like, yeah, that's cream.
Still remember that.
Dad.
Eggnog
Reverse
and toothpaste Oreos.
That's what our friend Fauna. She doesn't really do it so much for on April Fools, I don't think anymore. But for her daughter's birthday, she always tries to come up with something clever to do. So she's done like the carameled onions and the mayo in between the Oreo
Yeah.
Oof.
and
Chocolate covered onions.
Yeah,
That'd be great. Yeah. So, my story, I have told this on the radio. Josh has heard it. But one April Fool's, my sister and I were kind of messing around at the house, and we were fairly young, but old enough to be home by ourselves, And so I called Mom at work, and I yelled, Amy fell down the stairs. And she's bawling in the background. And so Mom hangs up, and she's running back before I could say April Fools.
Uh-oh.
So I call back, and I went, April Fools, April Fools. Well, I'll try to catch her. They caught her. She came home anyway, me not knowing. The whole time I'm freaking out, knowing that, she's thinking everybody's, in a bad place, Let's just say we got a talking to that day, and
I was going to say, did you get in trouble?
oh yeah, very much so. And that was the last major April Fool's joke I ever pulled.
now it's looketh over there.
Yeah. that kind of, come on in, guys.
That one. Ooh, good job. Nobody looked. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, Amy looked.
Only because I can see. I was just looking down.
I thought it.
So April Fool's is on Monday. Play a joke, but don't make it a harmful one. Nice and simple. I love the toothpaste Oreos.
That's a good one. That might be tried.
Yeah.
I think the one that I've seen though, like I would never do this to somebody, but I just feel so bad for the ones with the lottery tickets, and like
Redeem
and
at your mama's house.
Yeah, and they
that's
think
awful.
that they've just won. I mean, I just feel so bad for those people.
We did.
And that's probably why I just feel too bad. Like I would feel bad.
We did that to Uncle Brian. We did it to Brian and Grandma, didn't we?
I thought it was Grandma.
Yeah. I know we did it. I know we did it to Uncle Brian too.
The fake lottery tickets. Oh.
It's so horrible.
It's so mean. It really is.
There was one. It wasn't on April Fool's, but there was one time I convinced Brian that. Then it was true later on, but he had a stray cat come into his house and it scratched him, and I was like, "Oh man, I just read this massive news article that cats had listeria
Nah.
if you get cat scratches." And I had all my my uncle's a doctor. He called him and was like, "You really got scratched by a stray cat? They have listeria." And then my cousin's going through college, and she's like going through medical stuff. She goes, "Brian, I just wrote a report on cats with listeria. Like I got everyone on board
no.
with it." And then Bruce broke it because he goes, "Yeah, my cat just died of listeria, Tig." And then he just started laughing, and Brian's like, "Oh."
Yeah, it was good.
It was probably one of my better pranks.
Doing the homework, yeah. Get others involved. That's diabolical, really, is what that is. So. On to the games. We've got some fun games to play today. The first one is called Lone Letter Trivia. To answer each of my questions, it begins with a single letter. Okay? And Josh, you're going to go first here. A form of baseball for little kids. What?
A form of baseball, T-ball.
T-ball. Yeah. All right, Amy, a retail chain that was known for blue light specials.
Blue light specials.
Were
Anybody
we
else?
live when this place was?
Yeah. Wait.
That's what I'm like.
This could be pre-91 right here. Yeah, that'd be Kmart. So, yeah, Kmart, the blue light specials, yeah. Joe, a breakfast cereal with a big red letter on the box.
K.
Yep, special
K.
K. Special K, yeah. Gus, a major phone company.
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, yeah. So that's a lone letter game. Spy the Lie, I give you 3 stats. One of them is a lie. You have to tell me which one it is. Amy, you get to decide first, and the rest of us all play along, okay? So, there's 3 stats. Of all animals, donkeys are said to have the loudest farts. 100 million golf balls are produced worldwide each year. Or Adolf Hitler's favorite movie was King Kong. Which of those is the lie?
Seriously.
One of those is the lie.
I do not feel like a donkey would have the loudest fart.
No.
Right?
It's
Like an
Josh.
elephant.
No.
Or a rhino.
Yeah, the rhino.
Yeah.
Seen a few videos of some rhinos letting some out.
Okay, what's everybody else going with?
I'm going Hitler's favorite movie was King Kong.
Yeah. Well, Josh, you should have brought up the number thing because that was it this year.
The 100.
Yeah, it's not 100 million golf balls. There's closer to 1 billion.
That's what I.
Yeah.
The golf in me was like, that doesn't seem like.
People lose a lot.
Are you kidding? I lose 100 million golf balls a year.
Yeah, that just didn't seem like enough.
Yeah, that's exactly right. What's in common? I'll give you 3 stats. You tell me what they have in common. Josh, you're first. Cold face and cheese.
Cold face and cheese.
Yep. What do they have in common?
Sores.
Nope. Anybody else? Cold?
They all have C's in it.
No.
They do.
Well, they do, but that's not what's in common.
Cold face and cheese.
Cold face and cheese.
Sandwich stuff?
No.
Cottage.
No. Cold cream, face
Oh,
cream, cream cheese.
I liked sores.
Okay.
Cheese sauce.
I went sandwich because cold cut, open face, and there's cheese.
Oh, how you sandwich?
Honorable mention. Amy, you get the next one. Worm, mark, and guest. This one's a little harder.
Worm, mark, and guest.
Ooh, I think I know.
All right, Gus, what do you think?
Book.
Yep, bookworm, bookmark,
Guest book.
guest book. Yeah.
Nice.
Good job.
Joe, got another one for you. Rain, drain, and cellar. The 3 stats, or the 3 things they have in common. What is it? Rain, drain, and cellar.
Probably an obvious one. I just crickets on that.
Yeah. Storm. Rainstorm. And the last one, this is you, Josh. Bread, lunch, and cardboard.
Box.
Box. Very good. And our last game here before we get to birthdays, anniversaries, which, by the way, if you want to call those in, 345-5598, or you can also put them on our Facebook page, and we'll try to get those in for you. But we're going to play breakfast bingo, right, Josh?
That's right. So the first answer starts with a B, second one starts with an I, third N, and then G and O.
Okay. So, Amy, you get to go first. One of the ways you can cook an egg.
Boiled.
Okay. Josh, in agriculture, it's a replacement or supplementation of rainfall with
Irrigation.
Yes. Gus, opposite of positive.
Negative.
Boy, that's hard. Joe, a fruit used to make wine.
Grapes.
Yep. And Amy, back around to you. Billionaire talk show host.
Oprah.
The Oprah. That's right. Everybody gets a card. So, all right. That's all of the games here this morning. We are ready for the birthdays and anniversaries. Like I said, if you want to call those in, 345-5598, or you can put those on our Facebook page, and we'll add them to the list. Josh, who do you have for birthdays here today?
Well, we have one that was called in, and that is for Sadie Hegeman has a birthday today. And then I got Joanne Anderson has a birthday. Cole Capel with a birthday. Gabe Weir has a birthday today. Taylor Garcia with a birthday. Lori Stevens with a birthday. And Rita Heron has a birthday today. And that's all for today's birthdays.
Okay. Anybody else have anybody they know?
I'd probably have the same list he does.
Right.
I have a couple for yesterday. Does
Okay.
that count?
Yeah, go ahead.
Patrick Gross, his birthday was yesterday, and Matt Matson.
Okay. On my list, Nicole Morris, Bethany Wrights, also Brandon Park, Julie Levy, Joanne Anderson, Gabe Ware, Tom Carpenter, Kayla Hodges, Carly Peters, Tara Boyd, Cole Capel, and Deb Coe. So, out of all those, we got to pick a birthday winner here today.
Let's go. Sadie Hageman has a birthday today.
Okay.
And it was called in. And our birthday winner.
There you go.
Coyote Country.
She's playing the part of Haley today. So, all right. So, out of all those, let's see. Any weekend birthdays, Josh?
Yeah, so I got Adrian Lamming has a birthday tomorrow. Logan Greenlee and his twin. And Misty Soderlin. Danielle Slaby. And Denton Haig has a birthday. Sean Knoll has a birthday coming up on Sunday.
Abby Ellis will be 11 on Sunday.
Abby
She's
Ellis?
called in. Yep.
Okay. All right. Pam Wolford has a birthday this weekend. Also, Andy Hine, Misty Soderlin, Megan Lee, and Colton Lashley with birthdays here. So, who did you pick as the birthday winner?
Sadie Hageman.
Okay. Here's the prizes coming your way.
A donut from Sainter's, ice cream from The Scoop, sandwich from Jimmy John's, and Coca-Cola.
All right, on to the famous birthdays. Those that are celebrities, we'll see if how you guys do. It's a race against Josh. Everybody against Josh, okay? Brendan Gleeson.
Actor.
Yep. He was in The Gangs of New York.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible 2. Troy. Also in 28 Days Later. Scott Wilson.
Actor.
He was in The Walking Dead, The Great Gatsby.
Pearl Harbor.
Yep. Also Junebug and The OA was another big one for him. Tess Daly.
Model.
TV show host. Sam Walton.
Walmart.
Yeah. John Tyler.
President.
Okay. Which one? What number?
9 or 10.
How do you possibly know that?
Yeah, he was the 10th president, and he was the first to succeed president because of the office holder's death. Led the way for the annexation of Texas, too, 1845. How about Maggie Baird?
Singer.
No. She was an actress. She was in Bones. She was also The West Wing, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Who's she playing Bones?
I don't know.
She doesn't even look familiar.
No.
No, she doesn't. Anybody else somewhat famous here? It's a horrible list today, by the way. Jack Wright.
YouTube.
Yeah, TikTok. And then CJ So Cool.
Rapper.
Other famous people here this weekend. Vincent Van Gogh.
Painter.
Poet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, painter.
Painter.
Cut off his
Robbie Coltrane. Eric Clapton.
guitarist.
Whoever said guitarist, they were right. He is a singer, but he's known. He is, yeah.
Known more for guitar.
MC Hammer.
Singer.
Pants.
Yeah.
I was going to say
Can't touch
pants.
this.
Yeah.
Tracy Chapman.
Singer.
Okay, what was the song?
NASCAR.
And who did the remake Countrywise?
Don't ask me that.
Luke Combs.
Yeah.
Luke Combs. Luke Combs. Made it famous again. And Richard Sherman.
Corner for the Seattle Seahawks.
No, not anymore.
Well, he's retired.
And for the Niners.
Oh, yeah, for the
Niners.
Niners.
Yeah, but his tenure was mostly
Now he's on
Seahawks.
Fox.
Ewan
Is he on
McGregor.
Fox?
Yeah.
Actor.
Undisputed.
Yeah. He was
Use the Force.
was in the Star Wars. Man, just horrible. Christopher Walken, the one impersonation that Josh can't do.
I can't do Christopher Walken.
He can do everybody else.
He was in that Fat Boy Slim video.
Yeah. Well, he's a good bad guy a lot of times. Saturday Night Live, Catch Me If You Can, Pulp Fiction, Hairspray, Eddie the Eagle, A View to Kill. It's all those. And Angus Young, the last one on our list.
Guitarist for AC/DC.
Very good. So that is our list. Wow, that was fast. Alrighty, folks, about ready to exit studio left here in just a minute for Coffee Club. But I do want to appreciate Joe and everything that you and your team do to help our youngsters become good football players. And I know it's way beyond just the football field. You try to teach them to be young men, and that's an important part of what you guys do too. Yeah,
I really appreciate you letting me come in today and talk about the summer. It's always a fun time for our kids in the community. And anyway, the McCook Bison football program wants to be a part of that. Any questions, once again, 737-1748. Looking forward to a great end of the school year and then kicking off a great summer.
Well, if folks want to get their kids in for the McCook Bison Championship Youth Football Camp June or the McCook Football League in July, what is the process to get that done? So we have brochures in a number of locations for, like, here at the station in Coyote Country, the schools in McCook, the sports shop, McCook Lettering. Just find a brochure. We try to pump it out on social media as well. Any way we can get you a brochure, just contact me. But just filling out a brochure, send it in the mail, and you're registered. And then we also accept walk-ups on the day of camp and league as well. So if you don't happen to get it in, there's no issue with showing up the day of and filling it out and getting signed up and taking part in it. I'm going to kind of put you on the spot for this one, give you a quick second to think about it. But over your years of being a part of these camps, is there a single moment that you was just like, this is special? Oh, man, there's a lot of them. But I just kind of go back to my own years of being in it. And I always date people a little bit when I bring up some of these names. But I remember going to youth camp and hanging out with, like, the Ben Klugs and the Cray Dutoits and those guys. And it's amazing how you remember those years and the specific drills you were doing. And so that's where I guess yeah, as I said, they go right from their own camp to our camp. So just the atmosphere of it, and then playing in McCook Football League and just remembering those games and the coaches that coached you, and it's neat how you can remember those specific times. And so there's a lot of them, but those are ones that keep you motivated and driven to continue it on. Not that there isn't ever any of that. You just want to keep it going and keep those memories for the kids that are coming up. There you go.
Probably the biggest shout out needs to go to the coaches' wives.
Yeah, absolutely.
It takes a lot, and so they probably deserve a bigger hand than what they get.
Yeah, I really appreciate all the family support from all our coaches, my own family. It's kind of a all hands on deck, and just love every minute of it. And my boys are getting old enough to where they're not necessarily in the camps yet. They're not old enough for that, but they can come around and just be a part of it and
the atmosphere.
Be able to see the atmosphere and
tell people what to do.
Yeah,
you're tackling wrong.
Yeah, they can get pretty bossy, especially the younger one. But just wearing the Bison gear and being around, it's kind of brings it to full circle in the end. It's very cool. Appreciate you and your staff and just everything you do for our young men here. Really appreciate that, Jesse. Right. Appreciate what you guys do to promote it. Yeah. If you want those flyers, we got them here at the studios. They're at all the schools too. But get involved in those football camps this summer because it's going to be fun. That is going to be a wrap for Coffee Club on a Friday morning, March 29th, Hometown Family Radio's Coyote Country. Happy Weekend Eve.
KIOT McCook. Welcome to the Coffee